Hey Aries, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is our daily reading for July 23rd. Let's see what's going on with Aries. The heart of your reading, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So we're talking about something that you've been investing in. You've been tending a metaphorical garden, wanting to put your time, attention, resources into something that you believe is going to pay off more later on. What's the challenge here for Aries? Queen of Cups. You either love this thing that you are nurturing so much that it's all-consuming, that you're starting to base your identity off of this activity that you are investing into, or you're investing in someone else emotionally, and it's difficult for you to gauge the influence that you might be having for better or worse because you're intending a certain emotional outcome that could be a very internal experience for this person, and happiness or relief to them may look very different than it does to you. Your focus is on taking the high road with the Hermit energy. You don't want to get too involved. Whatever this thing is represented by the Seven of Pentacles for you, this project or this person that you're investing in, you are working to maintain a healthy distance so that you can remain objective. I think you're already recognizing the dangers of getting too emotionally invested in this yourself. In the recent past, we have the Knight of Wands paired with the Emperor. This is a really good combo, I think, because the Emperor is the divine masculine embodied. It's a masculine energy, most often a male figure in your life, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that. We all have masculine and feminine energies within us, and this is gender non-specific. But masculine energy in the sense of yang versus yin, the part of us that acts upon our environment in order to bring about the order that we want on this chaos that we find ourselves in. You pair that elevated, holistic, responsible, mature approach with a healthy sense of adventure and fun, and it really balances, I feel like, the greatest parts of masculinity in human form. What attracts people to a healthy expression of masculinity is not only the fun, adventurous side, because then you have someone who is not reliable, who does things on a whim, is more focused on having fun in the moment than planning for the long term. Or if you only have this Emperor energy, they can be erring on the other side of always requiring the responsible choice, the choice with the long-term vision in mind. And this sort of energy could be unwilling to take an impromptu road trip or be impulsive in a way that they haven't thought through, right? You can't think through impulsivity. You pair this together And I really like the combination. So I think we could be talking about you falling for someone with these energies or embodying them yourself. But because we have this challenge as the Queen of Cups and it's your reading, I'm going to read it as though you are the feminine figure in the equation. Feel free to reverse roles if that applies better for your story. Devil in reverse at the bottom of the deck. This could be someone who had recently overcome an addiction or has that energy in their past. Or it could be representative of you overcoming your addiction to toxic if I can talk. Your addiction to toxic masculinity could be the reason for that devil in reverse energy showing up at the bottom of the deck. Your crowning position, representing the perspective of your spirit guides and your higher self, is the Seven of Wands in reverse. This is letting down your guard in a healthy way. If you have your walls up too high and you don't let anyone else in, then you're not really living, you're not really having a fully fledged human experience. So this is reevaluating your boundaries and deciding where you want to allow certain people to have access to your energy. I think also your space, your personal space. Picking up on some of you who have sworn off allowing men into your home, and this new person has you rethinking that policy. That's not advice from Spirit. I'm just picking up on that energy as perhaps some of your current situation of how you're viewing things. In the near future, we have Judgment in reverse and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Deciding not to reconnect. See, this Judgment in reverse could either be you made the decision and the decision was no, or it could be you made the decision and now the decision's in the past. No, that's not likely because it's a future position. So I'm going to go with the former, plus I wasn't really getting a strong ping from Spirit on that other possibility. So you pair that with the Five of Pentacles in reverse and we get weighing the odds for the potential of a reunion. Reuniting with something from your past that you had separated from, that used to feel a sense of belonging. You used to feel like that was your home, or you belonged there, or that person belonged with you. You took a look at it and you decided not to invite it back in. Your surprise energy is the Two of Swords, with the Nine of Swords there at the bottom of the deck, indicating that this was a stressful decision or will be a very stressful decision if you haven't reached this point in your story yet. Two of Swords is weighing options, making an important decision, going within, in spite of a lot of distractions around you. I think being the one to make this decision feels like a burden to you, and you weren't expecting to be put in the position of decider. Your hopes and fears, we have the Sun in reverse and the Knight of Swords. You have this newfound perspective. You like maintaining a healthy distance, but your tendency is to want to get up close and over-involve yourself. When you act on that impulse to dive in and get entangled with someone else's story because you care about them so much, you can really take that and run with it because it feels right to you. You identify that as your personal truth and it feels righteous, so to speak. That can really adhere you to a certain course of action like glue, where you start missing the opportunities that life is handing you personally. You don't notice your own life story unfolding. You don't participate in those aspects as much when you have this single-minded focus of caring for someone else. But with the Ten of Swords in reverse here at the bottom of the deck, I want to say you're trending toward releasing that paradigm, shifting away from that mentality. The end result is that you are no longer going to put yourself in a position of waiting around for anyone else to come through for you and enable you to move forward with your story. So in whatever way that you've been doing that, I would expect to see those tendencies healing and being replaced by going about your business instead of sitting around waiting for them. What advice do we have for Aries? Nine of Cups in reverse. This is a little bit of be careful what you wish for. You're in a season right now when manifestations can happen very quickly. And whether you are consciously or unconsciously intending for things to unfold a certain way, wherever you put your focus is what the universe and your material environment around you wants to show you. The Nine of Cups in reverse as advice is saying if you're really, really still wishing for something to happen, it's gonna happen. So maybe rethink that, because you might not want that anymore. You might want it for someone else's sake, and you're gonna get wrapped up in their wish fulfillment, and by way of that, like, you won't be in the right place at the right time to receive your own wish fulfillment. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope that helped. Have a great day, and I'll see you back tomorrow. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful and would like a personal reading, follow this link in the description box below, and consider becoming a channel member for access to exclusive, members-only readings.